Future Trunks was cool, but all he is now is wasted potential. When Future Trunks appeared in Dragon Ball Z, he wasn't just another Saiyan, he was a statement. Cool jacket, iconic sword, Super Saiyan transformation, and oh yeah, he completely demolished Frieza and King Cold. No build up, no struggle, just clean, surgical destruction. Fans were hooked, including myself. But looking back, was that his peak? Because for all that potential, all the mystery and hype, Future Trunks kinda fizzled out, and it's not all his fault. Between bad writing, weird power scaling, and inconsistent character choices, Trunks went from legend to letdown. Let's set the scene. The Z Fighters are bracing for another round with Frieza, now cybernetically enhanced. Everyone's tense, and then bam! A teenager shows up, goes Super Saiyan, and slices through Frieza like butter. It was raw, it was stylish, it was everything fans wanted from the Namek arc. This was the future of Dragon Ball, literally and figuratively. A lone survivor from a ruined timeline, trained by Gohan, hardened by war, and now stepping in to save a different world from repeating his fate. At the time, he was one of the most exciting additions to the cast. So what happened? Trunks' main role in the Android saga was delivering a warning, and that part worked. He changed the course of history and introduced the idea of branching timelines. But once the action kicked in, he kinda faded to the background. He trained with Vegeta, grew stronger, and eventually tried to fight Cell, but instead of a calculated plan or tactical genius, Trunks made a rookie mistake. He bulked up into what fans called Ultra Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Grade 3, prioritizing raw strength at the cost of speed. It wasn't just a bad strategy, it highlighted a flaw in his character. He thought power alone was enough, and to be fair, he came from a future where he was the strongest person left. But here, that mindset nearly cost him the fight and the world. Even Vegeta had to spell it out for him. Power means nothing if you can't land a hit. And while that was an important moment of growth for Trunks, it also marked the beginning of his decline in combat relevance. Fast forward to Dragon Ball Super, Trunks returns older and battle worn, warning the past once again. Fans were excited. New story, new villain, new sword, but what we got was confusing at best, disappointing at worst. Goku Black and Zamasu were a serious threat, sure, but Trunks was barely able to keep up. And every time the fight escalated, Goku and Vegeta had to save the day. It wasn't that Trunks was weak, it's that he never felt in control. And then there's the infamous spirit sword of hope. Trunks somehow gathers energy from people, despite that never being a thing in his timeline, and slashes Zamasu in half. It looked cool, but came out of absolutely nowhere. No build up, no explanation, just anime magic. It felt like the writers painted themselves into a corner and gave Trunks a shiny last minute get out of jail free card. That moment should have been epic, instead it felt lazy. And this is where the problem lies. Trunks went from this mysterious future warrior to a guy who consistently depends on others. His lack of development isn't about strength, it's about identity. Who is Future Trunks really? Gohan has his coming of age story. Vegeta has his pride to protector arc. Piccolo became a mentor and father figure. Trunks? He just kind of bounces in and out of time, always fighting for survival, but never evolving past guy with sword and trauma. But here's the thing, Trunks can be saved. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, an alternate scenario has Trunks stay in the past and grow alongside the Z Fighters. He trains under his father, learns from Goku, builds relationships beyond survival. That's the character arc we've been missing. And it could have helped Super become an actual good anime. Imagine a future Trunks who doesn't just swing a sword, but masters ki control, tactics, and even Ultra Instinct Light. A Trunks who earns his place as a warrior of the timeline, not just a visitor from a broken one. Future Trunks had all the ingredients to be a top tier character. A tragic past, a strong moral compass, a hunger to protect. But the execution? It just wasn't there. Between questionable power-ups, inconsistent writing, and a lack of meaningful growth, he became more of a plot device than a true hero. He's still beloved, and he still has potential, but if Dragon Ball ever wants to do right by him, they need to stop treating Trunks as a timeline traveling crutch, and start treating him like the warrior he was meant to become. What do you guys think? Do you think Future Trunks was properly handled in the Dragon Ball story? Do you agree or disagree with some of the points I made? I'd love to get y'all's thoughts, so let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, click the card you see here, which will take you to my video on why Gohan is overrated as a fighter. I'm the Curly Haired Hokage, and I hope you all have an amazing and blessed day. Peace.